Buying a car is a huge decision. It's not just about looks or features. It's an investment in something you'll rely on every day. But what happens when that dream car turns into a nightmare? Some cars seem like the perfect choice at first, with stylish designs, high-tech features, and even a luxury badge. But beneath the surface, they're loaded with hidden issues, expensive repairs, frustrating breakdowns, and mechanical failures that can leave owners regretting their purchase. What's even worse? Many of these problematic cars are among the most popular on the market. Year after year, thousands of unsuspecting buyers drive off the lot thinking they made the right choice, only to realize they're stuck with a money pit. We've done the research, combing through thousands of owner complaints, expert reviews, and the latest 2025 owner satisfaction study to uncover the most hated cars, the ones drivers wish they never bought. Stay until the end to find out which cars you should avoid at all costs, and how to save yourself from an expensive mistake. Let's begin our list with the Audi A4. The Audi A4 carries a luxury badge, but not every model year delivers the premium experience buyers expect. While it may look sleek and refined on the outside, some versions of this sedan have been plagued with costly mechanical issues, and owners have been left paying the price. The 2011 Audi A4, in particular, stands out as one of the worst years to own. The biggest complaint? Excessive fuel consumption. Many drivers report constantly refilling their tank, turning what should be a fuel-efficient luxury sedan into an expensive gas guzzler. But that's just the beginning. The 2011 model also suffers from serious engine problems, leading to major performance drops as early as 60,000 miles. Many owners have been forced into costly engine replacements, with repair bills often exceeding $5,000, and that's just for the engine alone. It's not just a one-year issue either. Audi A4 models from 2008 to 2011 have a history of engine troubles, oil consumption problems, and unexpected breakdowns. Although Audi improved reliability after 2011, buying an older A4 from this period is a serious gamble. Next on the list is the Volkswagen Taos. Volkswagen positioned the Taos as a serious competitor to Honda and Toyota in the compact SUV market. On paper, it seemed promising: a sleek design, a comfortable interior, and impressive fuel efficiency. But once owners got behind the wheel, the reality didn't live up to the hype. The biggest complaint? The engine. The 1.5-liter turbocharged engine just doesn't deliver the power expected from an SUV in this class. Owners report acceleration delays, sluggish performance, and even sudden stalling issues, making the Taos frustrating and, at times, unsafe to drive. And the problems don't stop there. The dreaded check engine light seems to be a constant issue for many drivers, often linked to electronic stability failures and fuel system malfunctions. Some owners have even struggled with refueling the vehicle, needing to squeeze the gas pump nozzle multiple times just to get the tank filled. In terms of reliability, the Volkswagen Taos falls far behind competitors like the Honda CR-V and Toyota RAV4, with nearly 100 complaints filed with the NHTSA. It's clear that Volkswagen dropped the ball on long-term dependability. Nissan Altima, a sedan plagued by costly failures. The Nissan Altima is often seen as a practical and affordable sedan, but for many owners, it's been a costly nightmare. While older models were known for reliability, the 2013 to 2018 Altima models have become some of the worst in the lineup, plagued with safety concerns, mechanical failures, and frustratingly high repair costs. One of the most alarming issues? Faulty headlights and hoods that randomly pop open while driving. Imagine cruising down the highway only to have your hood suddenly fly up, blocking your view of the road. It's not just an inconvenience, it's a serious safety hazard that led to multiple recalls. But the biggest flaw with the Altima? Its notoriously unreliable, continuously variable transmission, CVT. Nissan introduced the CVT to improve fuel efficiency, but instead, it's become a headache for owners. Common complaints include slipping gears and hesitation, making acceleration unpredictable, sudden transmission failure, often before reaching 100,000 miles, expensive repairs, with replacement costs reaching $4,000 or more. Even with extended warranties, many owners found themselves stuck in an endless cycle of repairs. Nissan attempted to improve the CVT over the years, but complaints continued to pile up, making these model years among the least reliable. Mercedes-Benz C300. Luxury looks, nightmare reliability. The Mercedes-Benz C300 is supposed to be the perfect blend of luxury, performance, and advanced technology, but for many owners, the reality has been far from glamorous. The 2015 model, in particular, turned out to be a major disappointment, riddled with mechanical flaws, safety risks, and frustrating repair costs. One of the biggest complaints? The steering system. Many owners have reported a persistent noisy steering column, which in some cases led to steering failures, a serious issue for a car that's marketed as a luxury driving experience. Then there's the fuel supply module, which is known to overheat, posing a potential fire hazard. Instead of providing a smooth, worry-free ride, the C300 became a costly liability for its owners. But the real deal breaker? The safety concerns. The 2015 C-Class lineup suffered from faulty airbags that failed to deploy properly in crashes, a software glitch that could send the wrong location to emergency services in the event of an accident. For a vehicle at this price point, such critical safety flaws are unacceptable. And if that wasn't enough, insuring the C300 is a nightmare due to its high repair costs and frequent breakdowns. Many insurance companies categorize it as a high-risk vehicle, leading to higher premiums and additional headaches for owners. Infiniti QX60. Luxury SUV with endless problems. The Infiniti QX60 might look like a luxury SUV, but don't let the sleek design fool you. Underneath, it's a mechanical disaster. While Infiniti markets this vehicle as a premium family SUV, owners quickly realize that reliability is a major problem. The worst years to own? 2014, 2015, and 2017. These models are notorious for frequent mechanical failures, sluggish performance, and high repair costs. The biggest issue? The transmission. Infiniti's continuously variable transmission, CVT, has been a nightmare for many owners. Complaints include sluggish acceleration that makes merging or passing a risky experience, jerky gear shifts that create an uncomfortable and unpredictable ride, complete transmission failure, often before reaching 100,000 miles. And when the transmission does fail, replacing it can cost upwards of $4,500, making this SUV a financial burden rather than a luxury investment. Beyond the transmission, the all-wheel drive system doesn't do it any favors either. Instead of enhancing performance, it drains power from the already weak engine, making the QX60 feel underwhelming and sluggish on the road. Jeep Wrangler year 2012. Off-road icon, on-road disaster. The Jeep Wrangler has always had a rugged appeal, drawing in off-road enthusiasts with its adventurous design and go-anywhere capability. But while it might conquer rocky trails, the 2012 model turned out to be an absolute nightmare for everyday drivers. It's riddled with mechanical issues that make it more of a liability than an asset. Owners have reported constant problems with oil leaks, engine overheating, and rough idling. These aren't just minor annoyances, these are critical failures that can leave you stranded when you least expect it. But the biggest issue? Metal debris contaminating the engine oil. This hidden defect causes premature engine wear, increases exhaust emissions, and in extreme cases, even leads to fire hazards. Many drivers were forced to replace entire engines far earlier than expected, an expensive and frustrating experience that no Wrangler owner anticipated. Beyond the engine troubles, the 2012 Wrangler suffers from poor build quality. Creaks, rattles, and electrical glitches are common complaints, making every drive feel like a test of patience. It's one thing to have a rough-and-tumble off-road vehicle, but when the problems start creeping into everyday reliability, it becomes a serious issue. If you're someone who truly needs an off-road beast and doesn't mind the maintenance headaches, you might be able to live with the 2012 Wrangler. But if you're looking for something that can handle both the trails and your daily commute, this model is one you'll want to avoid. Between the engine failures, costly repairs, and constant mechanical problems, the 2012 Wrangler is simply more trouble than it's worth. GMC Sierra, 2014 to 2015. A tough truck with tougher problems. The GMC Sierra is a staple in the full-size pickup truck world, known for its rugged capability and towing power. But for owners of the 2014 and 2015 models, that reputation has been overshadowed by frustrating mechanical issues that make these trucks more of a hassle than a reliable workhorse. One of the biggest problems with these years is the air conditioning system. Countless owners have reported failures with the compressor, leaks, and fan malfunctions, often leading to repairs that cost well over $1,000. A truck built for tough jobs should be able to handle a little heat, but in the Sierra's case, it struggles to keep its cool, literally. The issues don't stop there. Engine noises have been a persistent complaint, with some drivers reporting strange ticking or knocking sounds coming from under the hood. In many cases, these noises were linked to failing lifters, a costly repair that can run into the thousands. But the most alarming complaint comes from the transmission. Drivers have reported severe slipping, hesitations between shifts, and even complete transmission failures. Many ended up needing full rebuilds or replacements, turning what should have been a dependable truck into a money pit. Volvo XC60, luxury SUV with costly engine failures. The Volvo XC60 is marketed as a luxury SUV that blends comfort, safety, and Scandinavian design. But for many owners, it's been anything but reliable, especially once the odometer starts creeping past 100,000 miles. What should be a long-lasting premium vehicle turns into a financial headache as engine failures become more and more common. One of the biggest controversies surrounding the XC60 comes from a serious design flaw in the piston rings of the 2013 to 2016 models. A class action lawsuit revealed that these piston rings fail to properly clear oil from the cylinder walls, causing the engine to burn excessive amounts of oil. Over time, this defect leads to worn-out pistons, damaged cylinder heads, and eventually, full engine failure. Some owners were forced to replace their entire engines at a cost of several $1,000s, turning what was supposed to be a dependable luxury SUV into a nightmare of unexpected expenses. Even beyond the piston ring issue, the XC60 struggles with long-term reliability. The moment it crosses the 100,000-mile mark, problems start piling up, and resale value plummets. For a vehicle with a starting price of over $50,000, the depreciation alone is brutal. Drive it long enough, and you might find yourself with a luxury SUV that's worth little more than scrap. Chevrolet Uplander, a minivan built to disappoint. The Chevrolet Uplander holds the unfortunate title of being one of the worst American cars ever made. It was supposed to be a practical family minivan, but instead, it turned out to be a disaster in almost every category. Owners quickly realized that it was plagued with constant electrical failures, making even basic functions like power windows and door locks unreliable. Malfunctions with the dashboard electronics and power sliding doors added even more frustration, leaving families stranded with a van that refused to cooperate. Beyond the electrical issues, the Uplander's weak body structure and subpar build quality made it one of the least durable vehicles in its class. Owners reported premature rust, flimsy interior components, and trim pieces that fell apart with regular use. To make matters worse, the paint was prone to chipping and peeling, making the van look years older than it actually was. It wasn't just a cosmetic or convenience issue. The Uplander also suffered from mechanical problems that led to frequent trips to the repair shop. Many owners dealt with transmission failures, suspension issues, and power steering problems that made driving a constant struggle. By the time repair bills started stacking up, it was clear that this minivan was more of a burden than a family-friendly vehicle. 2023 Chrysler Pacifica, a modern minivan with major flaws. At first glance, the 2023 Chrysler Pacifica seems like a solid minivan choice, offering a sleek design, modern tech, and a spacious interior. But once owners took them home, the problems started piling up quickly. Chrysler has a long history of reliability issues, and unfortunately, the Pacifica is no exception. What seemed like a great investment turned into a money pit for many frustrated owners. The engine and transmission have been at the center of countless complaints. Owners reported unrefined gear shifts, hesitation when accelerating, and unexpected transmission failures that led to expensive repairs. Even the plug-in hybrid version wasn't safe from mechanical mechanical woes, with complaints about poor battery life and unpredictable electrical system failures. Beyond the drivetrain issues, the Pacifica suffers from a disappointing fuel economy, which doesn't match up to its competitors. Add to that frequent complaints about interior build quality, rattling panels, cheap-feeling materials, and electronics that glitch out when you need them the most. While Chrysler positioned the Pacifica as a top-tier family vehicle, real-world experience has shown otherwise. For a vehicle meant to offer convenience, safety, and longevity, the Pacifica falls short. Owners who expected a hassle-free minivan quickly found themselves dealing with unexpected breakdowns and costly service bills. If you're in the market for a minivan, it's worth looking elsewhere, because with the Pacifica, it's only a matter of time before something goes wrong. Mitsubishi Mirage. Cheap to buy, expensive to own. At first glance, the Mitsubishi Mirage seems like a budget-friendly choice. It's one of the cheapest new cars on the market, and for buyers looking for an affordable commuter vehicle, it might appear to be a steal. But in reality, this car proves the old saying true. Cheap is expensive in the long run. The biggest issue with the Mirage is its underpowered 3-cylinder engine. With just enough horsepower to barely keep up with traffic, it struggles with acceleration and often feels sluggish, especially when merging onto highways. The engine isn't just weak, it's also loud and prone to excessive vibration, making every drive feel rough and unrefined. The Mirage's problems don't stop at performance. The ride quality is harsh, with minimal insulation from road noise and bumps, and the interior materials feel cheap and flimsy. Cargo space is limited, and long drives quickly become uncomfortable due to the stiff seats and lack of proper support. Safety ratings also leave much to be desired, with poor crash test results and reports of recurring brake issues. While the Mirage might seem like an economical choice up front, the long-term ownership costs quickly add up. Frequent mechanical issues, unimpressive fuel economy compared to rivals, and a low resale value make it one of the least desirable cars in its class. If you're looking for a reliable, budget-friendly car, there are far better options out there. BMW 3 Series, 2007 to 2013. The BMW 3 Series is often praised as the ultimate driving machine, offering sharp handling, a sporty feel, and a premium interior. But for those who bought a 2007 to 2013 model, the thrill of owning a BMW quickly faded as repair bills started piling up. What seemed like an entry into German luxury turned into a long-term financial headache. One of the most notorious issues with these models is oil leaks. Owners frequently report leaks from the valve cover gasket, oil pan gasket, and even the rear main seal, leading to costly repairs that are essential to prevent long-term engine damage. And if oil leaks weren't enough, overheating problems are another major concern. The cooling system components, including the water pump and thermostat, are prone to failure, often well before 100,000 miles. Once overheating sets in, it can lead to catastrophic engine damage if not addressed immediately. Beyond the mechanical problems, the cost of maintenance alone makes owning one of these models a challenge. With repair bills often exceeding $1,000 per visit to a mechanic, keeping an older 3 Series on the road requires deep pockets. Common failures include electronic malfunctions, failing power windows, and steering issues, all of which add to the overall cost of ownership. Some models from this era were also affected by faulty airbags, leading to widespread recalls and raising safety concerns. 2013 Jaguar XF, a luxury sedan with costly surprises. The Jaguar XF exudes luxury and sophistication, promising a high-end driving experience with its sleek design and powerful performance. But for those who bought the 2013 model, that promise quickly turned into frustration. Beneath the elegant exterior lies a host of mechanical issues that have left many owners regretting their purchase. One of the most notorious problems with the 2013 XF is the failure of its supercharger. What should enhance the car's power and smoothness instead becomes a costly nightmare when it stops working, often requiring repairs that can range between $2,000 and $6,000. But that's not the worst of it. Many owners have reported instances where the engine shuts down completely while driving, turning a luxury sedan into an unpredictable and dangerous liability. Imagine cruising down the highway, only for your car to lose power without warning, beyond these major performance issues, the XF has a reputation for being expensive to maintain, parts aren't cheap, and labor costs for repairs can quickly drain your wallet. What's worse, problems often arise suddenly, forcing owners into unexpected and costly trips to the mechanic. While the XF may look like a bargain when shopping for a used luxury car, 2011 Jeep Grand Cherokee, rugged SUV with endless repairs. The Jeep Grand Cherokee has long been marketed as a rugged, all-terrain SUV built for adventure. But for those who purchased the 2011 model, the only adventure they experienced was a costly journey to the repair shop. With 741 complaints and a track record of frequent engine failures, this model has become one of the most regrettable Jeep purchases in recent history. The biggest and most notorious issue with the 2011 Grand Cherokee is the failure of the totally integrated power module, TIPM. This essential component controls various electrical functions in the vehicle, including the fuel pump, airbags, and ignition system. When the TIPM fails, it can lead to unpredictable stalling while driving, leaving owners stranded and frustrated. The 2011 model also suffers from a range of electrical failures, including faulty wiring that has led to short circuits and, in some cases, fire hazards. On top of that, the interior build quality left much to be desired, with common complaints about poor material durability, malfunctioning electronic displays, and sun visor wiring issues that could cause sparks. To make matters worse, repair costs for this model keep stacking up. Fixing TIPM-related failures alone can cost well over $1,000, and that's before addressing other major issues like engine failure, suspension problems, or transmission malfunctions. While Jeep attempted to fix many of these problems in later model years, the 2011 Grand Cherokee remains one of the most problematic SUVs on the used market. These 14 cars prove that looks can be deceiving. Some of the worst models on the market come from brands with reputations for luxury, performance, and reliability, yet they've left thousands of owners frustrated, facing unexpected breakdowns and costly repairs. Whether it's failing transmissions, unreliable electronics, or even dangerous safety defects, these vehicles serve as a reminder that a great-looking car doesn't always mean a great investment. The 2025 Owner Satisfaction Study highlights exactly which cars people regret buying the most. Many of these models seemed like smart choices at first, but once the repair bills started piling up, owners realized they had made an expensive mistake. If you're considering buying a used car, avoiding these models could save you thousands in maintenance and repairs, not to mention the frustration of dealing with constant mechanical issues. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future car content.